welcome in our man BB Shea.
Oh, yeah.
Podcast partner.
Yeah, baby.
It is on. It's totally on.
Just throwing people's faces, dude.
Well, we're doing it. We're excited about it.
Yeah, very excited.
I'll tell you that we're supposed to start next Friday.
Late on a Friday, that's the best.
I don't believe I can do it on a Friday, BB Shea. I want to change that date up to like a Thursday, man. What do you think?
Listen, I'm here, man. You just tell me when.
Listen to him. That's the kind of partner you want. You ever had a partner like that,
here.
Kelly?
I have not.
No.
No, I have not.
Let me say this from all of us. Don't get used to it.
Yeah, some have already put the clock on your little...
They're calling for failure. They're saying we can't make
we're laying odds.
They're saying we can't make it, BB.
They're writing us off, man. But you know what? We can't let them write back. We can't write them
They're
back.
placing bets in Vegas.
We're not going to listen to the naysayers and the haters out there, are we? We're just going to power through and do it.
I more meant BB Shea is going to do whatever you want, which is your dream. He'll say yes to anything. But then you're going to come back here to this show, and it's going to be like, I cannot. I will not.
Different kind of show.
Yep,
exactly.
yeah.
We're going to do it, man. We're going to be so cutting edge.
That's right, man.
Okay.
Woo, wait till you hear
They're
the
not ready
first
for this content.
They
man.
are not
No.
ready for it.
Just wait.
We'll be different than anything else in the podcast world.
Now, those of us that are not involved with this podcast, we're not required to listen to it.
I mean, it would be nice.
It would be nice to get some support.
Okay. It would be nice, wouldn't it?
support.
We'll have to.
Right. Get a little support there. Can you imagine if we put it out there and the number of people listening is 0?
I know it.
I'd say, my God, did Dave Aiken not even turn this? Did he not download this thing?
I don't know much about the podcasting world, but you can goose your own numbers by clicking your own podcast over and over, right?
I guess, but I don't got time to be doing that. I mean, that's just.
Can we do that?
Oh, he does.
Can we just
We can buy bots if you want to.
Can we just buy bots?
Yeah.
Click over and over again.
Little Shark Tank and little
We're not paying for the
finger.
cameras
Oh, I
anymore.
didn't know that. I didn't know we could do that.
We'll pay some Russian hacker to sit there and download our podcast. Yeah.
BB Shea says the lack of cameras in studio now will be part of his rap today. That's impressive.
That's right.
He's coming in
They're
to do the
cutting
rap.
edge.
We have some suggested podcast names as well. 2 guys named Simp I didn't like.
That's rude.
That's a little...
That's upsetting.
It's a little disrespectful.
Biggie's idea was to call it Kel Shea because it would remind people of a 90s R&B star, and they'd click on it thinking that, what did she sing?
Yeah.
And they'd get, is that, yeah. Go back and Kel Shea.
But instead, it's going to be, you ever put your finger in your butt? Yeah, have you? Yeah.
Please don't preview it before it drops now. We haven't launched this.
good stuff.
We haven't
Save it.
launched this
Save it.
thing yet.
You just
No.
ruined a whole segment.
Save
bro.
it for the podcast. Let's see some others. 2 guys you hate. All right. I think that's
That's rude.
that's over the
This is
line.
rude.
I think it's
That
over
is
the line
hateful.
as well. Let's see. Gaunt and the Roundhead. I don't care for that. I don't care.
Well, now you're gone. That's got to make you happy.
I like.
Count in the round.
Well, I'm going to defend the Roundhead over here. Roundhead is a
How about
good
square and round?
He's a good guy. Square and round.
You're square.
He's round. He's round.
Yes. Now you're talking.
square and the round.
Square and the round. Perhaps we could do one.
You guys need to figure out how to put a square peg in
In
a round hole.
hole, and we'll get it done. Exactly. Now, I saw this a minute ago. Biggie was born in 1983. So the question was, if you went to sleep in 1983 and woke up today, what would shock you most about today's world? I was reminded of it because Dave was talking about malls, and the number one was the way department stores and malls are no longer the place to go. It's just totally different.
Yeah, retail has changed.
100%. The other one, now here's one that we didn't think of. Of course, the internet, the cell phone, the smartphone, all of that. But the high quality of video and photos you get, and how you process your photos.
Oh, yeah, pictures.
Pictures
The
completely
size of televisions.
Yeah.
yeah, and the thinness of how they hang on walls. In 1983, they just sat there.
They were big and fat.
They were a piece of furniture, and they're heavy as
Yeah, they were
lead.
3 feet deep.
Mhm.
A
Oh,
lack
yeah.
of physical pictures.
Yeah, there is no. You can't pass
Nothing
around.
developed.
Yeah, exactly the way they are processed. Here's one that you might not have thought of: that the AIDS epidemic is not an automatic death sentence, and it's not in the news every day because in 1983 it was.
Accurate.
That's a huge
That was
thing.
scary, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really was in 1983. Yeah. YouTube and Wikipedia having free teaching explanation videos that you could go there and learn all of these different things. That's for sure. And then the instant shopping, banking, bill paying, all of that, those kinds of things. How long do you think if you
What
literally
about coffee?
coffee
coffee culture.
the the access to coffee
Yeah.
and how it's changed.
Everything you drive through.
Yeah.
That has changed a lot.
The non-use of cash.
Right.
Yeah, cash disappearing.
Because cash is what we used to use all the time, of course.
In that time frame, early 80s.
We wrote checks.
You went to the ATM.
Yeah.
And got
To
cash
get
or
$5
checks.
out.
Even the ATM was fairly new. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Pretty
a
new.
new thing.
They would ask you cash or check.
Yeah. You'd write a check
then.
in 1983. That would be, how long do you think it would take to get used to it? Like you wake up and within how long do you think, okay, I can do this, it's easy?
The learning curve is what would be the, I mean, having to
It'd
learn
take
these
about
things.
Month? You think,
Probably.
to really get it, to
I would
understand
think
it?
so. In 1983, you knew cable TV and you had an Atari, so you knew a little bit about electronics, I guess.
That's another
A
thing.
little bit.
I mean, all the video
the
games
games, forget
on
it.
your phone.
Now, you all might be fine, but how do you think it would be if you woke up in 1983?
Oh, I'd love it. I wish I could.
But I mean, in your body now, like, I mean, would you? I think you'd be lost with some of the creature comforts you're used to.
Probably more than you think.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for me, I would.
Yeah, you're thinking young again, all that. I'm saying you wake up as you are now. You're like, who's playing pickleball? And they're like, what?
What is pickleball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would be like that, right?
Yeah.
I'd have to introduce the game. I would invent pickleball.
Hey, where's my favorite? You know, where can I get a bowl? A bowl of what?
Right.
You know, I want a quinoa bowl.
It's quinoa.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. There would be some of those things that I wouldn't. But you go back. I'd have to go to the mall to go to Chicken and Pickles. I mean,
You have to.
that's where it would be in 1983.
I didn't have air conditioning then.
Yeah, no air conditioning.
We didn't have it at our house.
The lack of communication too would be a big issue.
Well,
don't you
right.
think? Yeah.
Yeah.
You had
So
to
you can't just
remember,
text anybody.
Yeah.
You got to remember phone numbers. You know?
remember phone numbers, and if
Yeah.
you were running late, you were running late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You could have maybe stop at a payphone and say, I'm running late.
And the meeting up was, we used to always, like, if we were at a theme park or downtown or whatever, it's like, well, I'll meet you here at this spot in 2 hours. You know,
That's right.
and if you didn't see them, you're like, oh, God, where are they? You know, that's right.
And if you were awake after 2 a.m., there's nothing on TV. It got turned off.
Well,
there was the TV networks went off. They played the Star Spangled Banner and shut
Say
off
good
till
night.
it's at 5 a.m.
That's right. But it's different. Newspaper, of course. And no internet, so
The
you're
newspaper.
reading the newspaper.
But the food, I think, tasted better back then.
I know you've always said that. You think the cheeseburger was better.
I think so. I think the quality of the food and even some of the things from foods that have gone by. Doodads.
Oh, I love doodads.
Can't buy them now.
That's a weak talking point.
It's not a weak talking point.
No,
It's
you
not a
can't,
weak
you
talking
can't
point.
start with doodads.
Don't talk to me
I
about
love-
Chex Mix and don't get me started between the two.
Wait a minute.
There's a winner and a
Wait a
loser.
minute. Hold it. That should be the name of our podcast.
Doodads.
I'm
That's a
sorry.
good name.
That's the name of the podcast. Did you check out this week's Doodads?
It's not being used.
It's not.
No, it isn't.
Doodads. Yes.
I just want to point out one thing too.
Yeah.
Dave hadn't, had the booze and the smokes back then.
Oh, you're
that's why
thinking-
his taste buds were more crisp.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
That's
why
why things
Doodads
tasted.
are-
He's like, yeah, things tasted better back then. Gulp, gulp, gulp. Asking him about taste is like asking me about exercise.
Well,
Okay. He,
Yeah.
may have a good-
Okay.
he might have a good
Yeah,
point
I mean,
there.
some
Dave.
things
I
have been
maybe.
blown
The
through
flavor's
years.
just not as crisp. This Big Mac is just not the same as it was.
Everything tastes ashy.
I don't know what could be different.
He might be right about it. He might have you on that one. I'm with you. He may have a point on it. All right, BB Shea. And he says he's working in all the stuff we talked about.
yeah.
That's what he does every week, of
who's
course.
going to make the grid for your new podcast? You or him?
I'm making the grid. I'm doing the grid, but he's doing all the promotion
Yes.
and the editing. Yeah, that's his part of it. We're excited about it.
Yeah.
I can tell.
Catching all new doodads this Thursday. That's what
do don'ts.
I want it. I want it to be doodads.
You should.
That's what we should do. Are you ready for us to drop the beat?
Let's
BB
do
Shea?
it, man. Let's
This
do
is
it.
a weekly
beat?
wrap up.
Sort of fresh beat.
All
yeah,
right,
yeah.
a sort of fresh
Yeah,
beat. That's another name for our podcast.
Sorta fresh
the
beat.
sort of fresh beat. But I like doodads better.
Yeah.
Here we are, BB Shea's wrap.
All right. All right. It's good to be back. It's been a minute since I've rapped. Did y'all hear about those two bitches next getting snapped? Oh snap, it's a wrap. Welcome back from vacation. The live stream is gone without any explanation. P1s woke up and now they're all seething. Good thing that this wasn't mentioned in a meeting. Do they listen to Kelly? Nope, never hardly. And what did they do? Just blame the third party. Sending that text made him harder than a nickel. His nipples don't get that hard while playing pickle. Hopefully the video will have a resurrection. It's good to see you all, especially especially Demm's midsection. Kelly's got a new podcast on the way. Him and that balloon belly BB Shea. Kelly called me up and he was way too eager, but I'm more like you guys, I don't get it either. One is a professional, the other is an amateur. One's a basic white girl, the other is a janitor. One's got a family and loves Diet Coke. The other turned 30 and he lives with his folks. I'm interested to see what kind of people it attracts. Tell Biggie there's no James Garfield facts. Did y'all hear that song We Didn't Start the Fire? Demm said he hated it. Man, what a liar. Now here's a take that's really gonna hurt a soul. I think Fall Out Boy is better than Billy Joel. Enough ruffle and feathers, that's it for today. If you want more, tune in to Kelly and Shea.
Whoa, I love it. I love it. And there he goes. That's a good one today. BB Shea, yeah.